wall off of turn 2, the 54 car.
Ty Gibbs into the wall, and the caution comes out.
Looked like that car might either got loose or blew a right front tire. That was a, there you go, blew a right front tire. Car just went straight into the fence.
And the wheel came off, too.
Yeah. Uh-oh. So the car went straight into the wall.
Looks like it's cut.
So that's what happens, Rick. So if the wheel comes off, I was just making sure where that wheel ends up right there. It was getting closer to pit road. So what can happen? I don't know if, yeah, it's cut. So if the wheel comes loose, it kind of drags onto the brake caliper and cuts the wheel right in half, and it's aluminum wheel.
They're for a ride right here, and the car just takes off up the racetrack. He ran over something right there. You see the car jump? He ran over the top of something. It looked like the car hopped in the air. See, watch this car.
Or this is a right front wheel issue. This is a right front that's not tight.
Boom.
I think that's the right front wheel falling off.
Yeah.
Correct. Getting to the end of the snout. There you go.
Yeah, I think this whole thing has started because it wasn't tight.
How about this? It ended with the wheel coming off. So at some point, and the center's still in the wheel is what I thought, right? Because the outside looks good.
Yeah, the whole wheel comes off.
Yeah.
I mean, so if the whole wheel came off, the nut could not be on it.
There you go.
Look at this. And there it comes.
Yeah, the center section's in the wheel.
Yep. Yeah, there's a great shot of it. You're right.
Yeah, so that means the nut.
Watch the left rear tire on the 39.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you, what you're seeing right there is the actual end of the housing breaking off, because the hub's still attached. You can see it attached to the wheel. If you remember, you can see the rotor flying up the racetrack right there. If you remember, we were talking about how you adjust camber, the rear camber in these cars. And you basically heat it up and have to bend it into it and out of it when they have too much. They go through tech. That can sometimes weaken that housing to a point that it'll fail. You bend them back and forth too much.
And those loose tires are not a good thing if someone hits.
Yeah, and that thing's heavy because it has, like I said, it has the hub attached to it. Probably weighs a good 60, 70 pounds.
Wow.
Oh, off of turn 4, a huge save. So he was sideways in the middle of the corner. Somehow is able to save it. The wheel's trying to exit the car, and he saves it. So there's the car sideways. Looked like it was about to be a massive wreck.
Uh-oh. Casey Mears has lost a wheel and axle broke.
Wow.
A rear axle broke. You see it's still attached at the hub.
Gotta be a caution.
Is out.
Rear tire. I saw him limping down the back straight into turn 10 there. Wasn't sure what the problem was. I thought he had a flat tire, but much worse. There she goes. Wow. Haven't seen that in a long time. But I think, Mike, no kidding, that's hopping those curbs. It's one of the things you worry about is, breaking something in the suspension.
Now that was just coming out of turn 11. And Casey got the car out of harm's way as the wheel and axle bounce into a catch fence.
Right side of your screen, hard impact with the wall on corner exit. That fractures the wheel. The tire takes off. And I believe that was Cody Ware that center punched what was left of that wheel. Here's a different look.
Yeah, it almost looks square, but
In the 51, left rear looks like it's coming apart on that car.
Left rear tire just blew out.
What? Broke right off the car.
Left rear tire just fell off.
Yeah, that's looks like the wheel's still intact. Looks like all the lug nuts must have fell off.
Oh, that's bizarre.
Yep, see all the wheel spacers flying off of it.
That wheel was
Chandler Smith, and that's been confirmed.
Feeling better about that. Oh my.
Off the 51 of Chandler Smith, never a good sign. That truck doesn't have it.
They didn't have all 5 on that one for sure.
No. Doesn't have race-ending damage. However, he can get to the finish if they can get another tire.
And here's that left rear coming off the 51.
It's a lonely feeling when you have a crash and your team trying to get you fixed up. And
I really thought you were going to start singing a song right there.
that's Daryl. He's the singer in the family. I'm the dancer, by the way.
We saw it leave. The team tried to stop him.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
All right, on the radio, they're telling him to stop. The 19's got to help him. They're going to try to put this tire back on. That's a Toyota teammate. Pit stop, come right to life. They're going to jack it up. Someone could tell them the tire they need is over here. See if they can put it back on. There you go. Crew members bringing it over. Nice work by the 19. I mean, it's going to kill the 23's chance of perhaps winning, but what great work by the 19 to help the 23. We watched it happen live. He left. There was sparks.
Up, it's tumbling and jumping. It goes right into the 55 car pit. Hits one of the crew members, knocks him down, and they're all jumping around trying to scatter to miss that tire.
Unfortunately, that's why NASCAR mandates these guys wear helmets, and it was the gas man there who had the helmet on, and it caught him at the back of the helmet. Thankfully, NASCAR mandates these kind of safety features, and he is going to be loaded up and taken on. We'll get you an update on his situation.
Caution is out. Now that is near the stadium section.
Bubba Wallace.
And there is Bubba Wallace out by the gravel.
That's going to be a vacation for his crew chief and whoever else.
Lap 45, 24 to go.
I think they were trying to get it back, obviously just nursing it back around. If there's the lug nut falls off, and here comes the wheel. Pretty self-explanatory. And why is the penalty so steep? Because of that right there. You see that wheel flying off. That wheel cannot. That's very dangerous to be rolling. A lot of weight, a lot of mass.
McLeod. Looks like he has a tire issue.
Wheel come off.
Oh, man.
That rear wheel. McLeod was on the lead lap. Had just made a pit stop, and
You guys-
there's the result.
You guys saw that during the Daytona 500. Remember the wheels kept coming off these cars?
A disastrous pit stop for Kyle Busch. They lost the left rear wheel.
You see all this on the left rear over here. You see that the jackman let the car down before the guy had a chance to tighten the left rear tire up. And
yeah, a lot of times those jackmen, they go off the left front. Watch, he has his eyes on the left front. Little bit of an issue getting the left rear on. No lug nuts on that left rear. Dropped the jack. Never even looked back.
Looked like a possible hand injury to the left rear tire carrier.
A lot of damage to the car riding around this racetrack without a left rear tire.
The yellow line isn't the yellow line. I'll be shocked if that wasn't speeding there for. Whoa! Oh. That's going to bring a caution out more than likely.
Just as we were talking about potential issues on pit road.
Yeah, that couldn't have went any worse for the 29 team.
No. He's fine here, buddy.
Taking them.
So we pit this time or stay out? Caution's out. Pit, pit.
Well, it's gone from bad to worse for that 29 group, as you saw Mike Hillman Jr., the crew chief.
Don't know if they had any issues or obviously.